was very pleased to see it.
Oh, hello, everybody. How's it going out there? Are you having a good time? Do you care about the rain? Well, I do, so I'm going to sit back here. Okay.
All right.
Nice to see you. Thanks for coming.
Okay, listen, thank you so much for talking to us. And I think that is an interesting point I made there. Looking at all 6 films, are you the only person who's been in all 6, or have you had, would you say, the biggest part in all 6, looking at them?
Oh, no, I haven't had the biggest part, but I am the only person to actually be in all 6 films. And given that I refused to meet George Lucas back in 1975, it's quite remarkable that I'm here today. I could have been somebody who walked by and thought, I could have been in that film, I had a chance. Wouldn't I have been disappointed today?
Yeah, you'd have been heartbroken, I would have thought. Tell us very quickly how the part came about.
Well, I was working actually at the Criterion Theatre there in Piccadilly Circus, and my agent said there is this unknown American called George Lucas making a low-budget, cheap sci-fi movie, nothing for the actors, all going on costumes and special effects, and he wanted to see me for the part of a, and she paused, she said, part of a robot, but I do think you should go and see him. And I eventually did, and I met him up in Soho Square at 20th Century Fox. The thing that changed my mind about the movie was a painting of the character done by Ralph McQuarrie. And it was so beautiful that I eventually said, you know, may I play the part?
I've seen those paintings, and they do they really brought it to life.
I asked George if I could do it, and he said, sure.
Okay, who would like to see C-3PO when we meet him for the first time in Star Wars A New Hope? All right, here's C-3PO's screen debut. We're doomed.
Yes, my really favourite line is, we're doomed. But hopefully tonight we won't be. And shall I tell you something really, well, it's not really a secret anymore. I have the first line in that movie, and in this movie here, guess who has the last line?
That is pretty cool.
I am the bookends of this movie.
You open and close the entire saga. Now, let's...
very good. What are they saying? I do believe they think that I am some sort of god. Treated, doppelganger, isoyoto, and knocker.
Do you understand anything they're saying?
Oh, yes, Master Luke. Remember that I am fluent in over 6 million forms of...
What are you telling them?
Hello, I think. I could be mistaken, they're using a very primitive dialect, but I do believe they think I am some sort of god. One of my, you know, Harrison Ford, Han Solo was always giving 3PO a bit of a hard time. And one of 3PO's favourite lines from the movie is when Han Solo is hung over a blazing fire and he says, you know, tell him, 3PO, tell him. And he said, what are they saying? And 3PO goes, I do believe you are to be the main course at a banquet in my honour.
I do remember that. But does anyone in the front have a question for Anthony Daniels along the front? Okay, gentlemen here. We're going to have to move on in a second because I've got to go and do a drive time show on the radio next door. But if
life is tough.
I do apologize. Yes, isn't it?
Yes. You've been to Tunisia?
In the desert where you filmed the films.
Tatooine.
What was the temperature like and what were the conditions like?
Well, believe it or not, in the first film there was we're out in the desert, you don't normally get rain, but because the dark side was already happening, one day it got like this, all the vehicles got bogged down, they sent the army in. So bad. You're talking about the oil bath scene, I don't know. Now folks, there are children here, but all I'm going to say is, when you go back, look at the bit where 3PO gets out of the oil bath, and there's Luke Skywalker looking at the hologram, or about to, and 3PO has a towel and he's drying the oil off him, and I was rather unconscious of what I was doing with the towel. Very good question. Go back and enjoy that moment. 3PO certainly enjoyed it.
Oh, it's even for those who haven't seen it, it's a wonderful image, and we're going to leave it here. Could you just leave the crowd with another little bit of 3PO dialogue, another favourite line or two?
Well, I don't know. I've probably been through my favourite one, but well, he was always saying, hello, I am C-3PO, human-cyborg relations, and you look like rather wonderful humans to me. So I hope one day you will have a chance to see Revenge of the Sith, and then the Force will be with you.
Thank you for coming.